Hello again, everyone. We start today at the Imperial Shipyard as promised, and in the meantime, I have been doing some work. I've been building quite a bit of defense platforms for the Empire. I think 6 or 7 defense platforms in total. I have indeed built my defense platform in Ord Mantell, kind of out of the way. If the rebels were, or the New Republic was coming through Vortex, they wouldn't get to me, so trying to keep my capital ship license as long as I possibly can. We also delivered 5 Victory 2 Star Destroyers to the Empire as a mission, netting us 180 million, so we are up to 202 million credits, which, as promised, is enough to get us a Star Destroyer from the shipyard, and that is what we are going to do today. Miss Wu, I have an order for you, if you please. 1 ISD-2, the only engines we can put on it, but the highest shields for those engines. We'll save 2 million credits and do the all-around Mark II thrusters. Of course, the pair of XL Heavy ISD-73 shields, giving us 2.6 million in megajoules of shield. Every turret spoken for and accounted for, every turret shielded.
Hello
I'll take
there.
20 repair drones and 20 cargo drones as our spoils of war. We might end up picking something up. We have 32,000 meters cubed of storage, so if we just happen to pick up some deliveries, our cargo drones will be able to get those aboard. A full contingent of 190 service crew and 190 Marines. I hope that's going to be enough for whatever boarding that we need to do, but add that to the shopping list. It'll be a 34-minute build time. And luckily we have 2 acclimators that have been dropping off Durasteel plates like it's going out of style to the Imperial Shipyard. So indeed, they had the goods to start producing this Star Destroyer here, and it is in one of the XL bays. And as we pass by the XL dock, we can see the first shapes of this Star Destroyer coming into view. It doesn't look like much now, but that will be our flagship, our crown jewel, in the Mandalorian Death Watch War, because we do have a mission to take care of that this ISD-2 will be quite good at. There's 2 stations that are on our list. First of all, a Mandalorian Death Watch Durasteel Foundry down here in Terrace. Now, we have not seen the foundry yet, and just poking in here, there is a lot of Mandalorian Death Watch right here at the gate. So we'll poke in and probably have to find that station, and once we do, lower the boom. But it's not going to be just the Star Destroyer that's going to be wrecking havoc, as the ISD-2 has 12 small docks and can hold 60 small ships, so they launch 12 at a time. So, you know, 5 waves of TIE fighters, as it were, and it even has space for our little Gozanti carrier. So, Miss Jackson, let's head to the wharf and place our order. We'll be a little bit, you know, not conservative, but more thoughtful with the fleet, as we have bombers that we're able to buy, heavy fighters. We'll just sort of mix and match the needs of station destroying with our fighters. We definitely need basic fighters, though, for the defense of all those little Mandalorians that may be petering around. And the Financial Bureau hasn't seen our assets pending yet. We got a boost. We were a small private company or mercenary band, and purchasing that Star Destroyer, now our funds have dropped below the threshold. However, once our combat ship and all of these TIE fighters get calculated, I'm sure we'll become a small company or mercenary band once again. And it looks like the Empire has the same idea. They're constructing TIE Advance. Maybe that's a trader. TIE Interceptors as well. But we are getting ready to fill this landing bay with orders. First of all, let's place an order for the Scimitar bombers. So the pretty decent hull and shields, 21 missiles. We have 21 MG4A medium proton torpedoes, which should pack a punch. Let's get 10 of those suckers. Let's get 30 TIE Strikers. These things look pretty good. And let's get 10 TIE Brutes. I think we'll be able to do some damage with that. So 43 million. They're missing 856 missile components, which should be delivered soonish. And there we go. All kinds of TIE fighters on the board. And it looks like some deliveries are being had. Outstanding. Just give me my missile components, please, for our scimitars. And everything should be awesome. So we have quite a bit that will be done in about 2 minutes. A few that will be done in 12 minutes. And that could be for... No, I mean the scimitars are being built first. So that should be their missile components. So the ISD-2 is 15 minutes away. All of our TIE fighters are coming in. Hopefully, some traders are going to come in and provide delivery. There is quite a bit of activity with traders and whatnot around here, so we shouldn't be waiting too awful long on this construction. And with 68 million, do we get a wingman of sorts for us on the ISD-2? Let's say Victory 2. Would that be in our wheelhouse? It definitely could be. Why not? So concussion missiles, 200 concussion missiles, outstanding. Let's, now we'll keep the flares on, as this one will not be flown by me. And we'll split the Marines and the crew 81 and 81, sounds good. We'll add that to the shopping list, one of those Victory Star Destroyers, please. And indeed, it is coming online. So 16 minutes, it'll be 3 minutes behind the ISD-2. All right, let's get all these TIE fighters out of the bay. What I'll do is I'll tell them to defend Commander Alpha, or defend Commander Beta. That way all those TIE fighters launch and come to us here. And it'll clean up this queue quite a bit. All right, next wave done. All of you TIE fighters, defend me, please. TIE fighters arriving, that's what I like to see. Whoo! Last 2 scimitars are built, so that will give us a grand total of 54 TIE fighters, it seems. Yes, indeed. And it's getting a little crowded around here, not gonna lie. Hopefully we'll be able to get the ISD-2 over here and get all of these TIE fighters on deck, but... Yep, surrounded by a death swarm. If any Boba Fett decides to come up on me, he's going to have a really bad time. 5 seconds for the Star Destroyer to start backing out. We'll tell him to join us and get these TIE fighters on board. And we'll christen this the ISD Hammer. Figured if we're going to be punching into Mandalorian space and destroying their factories, a hammer would be a good tool to use for such things as these. In 5 seconds for the Victory 2 to come online, we'll attach the Victory to the hammer directly with an attack with Commander Alpha. Booyah. So now Victory will follow the hammer wherever it goes, meaning when I hop on board, the Victory will be following close behind. One thing about it, it's taken Sharon a long time to figure her life out. We'll be almost back to where we were with all of our trades before she gets here. Which might be for the best, considering we haven't been in combat yet. I don't know how many of these brave pilots are going to meet their demise, and we might have to get a strike force back up and running quick. So the more money we can have after the fight, the better. Miss Jackson, let's help out our esteemed Star Destroyer. We'll fly right next to the gate, so when they come in, she doesn't have to calculate exactly where she's going to end up. Star Destroyer Ho in the same system. And, yeah, I think I see it. Yep, it's coming into view now. This is a inconvenient cockpit, but there is the hammer coming into view straight ahead. Let's go ahead and get aboard. Attention on deck. This is your commander speaking. We're going to be pulling in a whole crap ton of TIE fighters, so just hold on to your butts. Miss Komatsu, first and foremost, your services will no longer be required.
Can I help?
Miss Jackson, work somewhere else for me, please. Welcome to the hammer.
Confirmed.
And we promoted the best crew member on the Spear to captain, and it's Dahlia Gupta. Now let's get all these TIE fighters aboard. Scimitars will bombard for Commander Beta. The rest of the TIE fighters will intercept for Commander Gamma. And our other 4 fighters that were on the Spear, they can intercept as well. And in fact, the Spear itself can, since we have 1 medium dock. Outstanding. And with 12 bays, the little TIE fighters start to get in that landing bay. And it really puts into perspective how massive this thing is as we see those TIE fighters go up into the docking bay. Once the spear goes in, it should be sitting pretty well in the middle there, or it may be even up front. I'm not sure where the medium bay is on this thing. It's almost like a warm summer's day whenever you've got a bunch of mosquitoes just buzzing around you. That's what it kind of feels like. Yes, indeed, spear nuzzling up right in the bay. And you can tell, you know, how big the spear was compared to us when we were walking by it on the ground, and it's just a little thing compared to what we're working with now. And now the Financial Bureau has seen us. So we're sitting at what, 222 million value? What would be the next one? 300 million in total assets. So we might get there pretty soonish, especially if we can get rid of some of those Mandalorian stations. We might be an actual organization. And we've got a few TIE fighters just kind of hanging on for dear life. Let me just speed up and slam on the brakes and see if, oh crap. Acclimator, we're spooling up here. Without further ado and delay, let's head down toward our destination, Ethor, and we'll be ready to enter Taris. So fly and wait. We'll get there. Miss Jackson, if you please, get us there. Well, we're hunting down the Mandalorian, and it looks like this is the way. We'll be waiting for our victory to nuzzle up right to us as well, and there are some Imperial Star Destroyers coming out. Oh, and already a transport ship, so it looks like our turrets are starting to get hot.
We're hit.
So 10K, outstanding. Turbo lasers go to town. You trying to come up on us? I don't think so, good sir. Ooh, got him with the tractor beam as well. Shoo. Pull all that stuff in. Boom! Alright, so we can definitely do the work. And here comes the victory jumping in, maintaining a decent enough distance. Once we get into the system, I think the victory will follow us post-haste. But yeah, not a bad first run for our cannons. Crew of the Hammer and Victory, this is your commander speaking. I know we're in the middle of shooting something. Don't worry, we're gonna have a lot more to shoot once we pop through that gate. Shoot fast, shoot true. We'll get this station knocked out and get you home quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, let's get in there. If anything else comes out of this gate, I'm gonna let the other Star Destroyers handle it. Our mission is to get the Durasteel Foundry offline, and that's what we're gonna do. However, we're just gonna poke in as soon as we make the jump, hold fast, and clear the gate area. And that may spur the Empire into seeing that we're about to do something big, and hopefully those other Star Destroyers will join us. And it looks like the Banking Clan are passing us by. I'm pretty sure the Banking Clan have no beef with the Mandalorian, so that clan ship better avoid being fired upon, because it's going to get hot. One dune lizard came through, not our concern. Into the breach, my friends. Here we go.
Jump completed. Taris.
Oh, wow. So a lot of Empire. Dreadnought, an Empire defense platform. All right. Well, that was certainly uneventful. Let's do a long-range scan. Try to find whatever station that we're gonna be going after. So 2 stations are right in front of us. Okay. Let's go.
Unknown station. Unknown
the closest
station.
one. Ah, so it's not in this system. According to our mission, we now have to find a way to Wayland, which that unknown object back here might be the way to Wayland. All right, let's get to it. And just the sheer amount of destruction, a lot of Mandalorian Death Watch and Imperial TIE Fighters. Come with me, Victory. Don't lay too far behind, please. There we go. Enemy spotted. Come and get us. And if it's just a few fighters, how many fighters is this? 1 Lancer with 3 escorts. Yeah, it's not worth launching the TIE fighters over. We'll just let them meet our turrets head on. This will also give us a good litmus test on how far our guns do go. So we'll let them come to us, and as soon as our turrets start firing, we'll know that that's our range. Oh, you're not gonna come up on us, are ya? Fine, we'll come up on you. So 11K, our lasers started firing. Let's park it here and give our turrets the best chance to hit them. Ooh!
Get you for that.
Danger.
Little bit of hull damage, so it looks like they are
Incoming.
shooting projectiles. Yeah, those missiles pack a punch. 3% damage on the Victory, 2% damage on our ISD. So, yeah, missile defense is going to be the name of the game. Dreadnought coming. All right, let's see how a Dreadnought withstands our onslaught. It'll be pretty heads up, I think, with the Victory. So we need to possibly get behind it, out of its gun's range, and try to draw them, or at least draw their attention. Uh-oh. Victory rushed up, so let's support. Surprise!
We're taking hits.
Yeah, get the big cannons up. Let them eat.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, just hold there, Victory. Yeah, repair drones are coming out, so let's let them work. We paid good money for them. No further damage to the Victory. It looks like it was just going against their shields, but we stopped that dead in their tracks. We'll let their shields come up. Do they have their repair drones out? Nope. So they're not repairing yet, but we are. All right, repair drones back in. Just topped up our turrets, I imagine. And this might be the way to Wayland, at least I hope it is. But we'll have quite the attack if we're going against a foundry. Next Dreadnought. We chewed through them pretty good last time once we got in range of the big guns, so I think less than 10K. And hold! Open fire!
For a fight, are you? Okay then.
Yeah, 7.5K for the big one, so that is our range. Once we get within 7.5, we'll chew them up and spit them out. And a lot of Mandalorian Deathwatch escape pods. Whew! It's a shame we couldn't capture that ship, but no worse for the wear.
Object.
And just as I thought, unknown sector dead ahead.
BPM.
Y-Wings
Jump
coming
beacon.
in. Get that Y-Wing, boys. That's what I'm talking about. And 25 alien eggs collected. Now that we can craft a
You're
caviar,
just asking for it.
we'll be all set. And they jumped behind us and started attacking the Victory. We'll be there in a few moments. Victory's going after the Dreadnought, so are we. Yeah, we know Victory, we're here. TIE fighters go! All TIE fighters launching. This is the kind of distraction we need. And one Dreadnought right below us getting absolutely stomped.
Awaiting orders.
All right. Good deal. Victory, tell you what, pull back. You are charging way too ahead of me.
We're hit.
Let's take their attention off of the Victory. Victory, go and repair, please. So for us, all turrets are still up. And we're still only 3% damage, full shields. TIE fighters, we are sitting at 44 fighters, so it looks like we lost 6 fighters in that engagement. So I think what we'll do is we will hold here until the Victory is back from the repair job, and then we'll proceed on. And this was pretty much what I was afraid of, is they would keep coming through that gate, so I can't hop out to manually repair. But if we can do a lot of damage to the Death Watch in the meantime, we can possibly drop back to friendly space, repair up, and then make the push back in. But first, of course, let's take care of this dreadnought.
We're taking hits.
Sorry, contractors, you're not going to be building much of anything when I get through with you. All right, Victory should be nuzzling up soonish. And we will take a look at this defense platform. It looks to be chewing... Yeah, that's going through hull and not shield, so that is going to be something else we have to do. Let's turn. Whew, made a break for it. We are now out of guns range from that defense platform, and my word, that thing took a pounding. But Victory repaired up and returning. Hopefully they don't intercept anybody along the way here in Terrace, but we're probably going to head back to Ethor and do some manual repairs. We'll keep the guns hot, that is for sure, but the repair drones are going at it. We won't jump into travel drive, or otherwise we'll leave them behind. So they will work on us ever so slowly, and once we can get free and clear, we'll get this Star Destroyer repaired back up and then make the push. We did a pretty good job clearing out this sector. And one thing about it, this is a training opportunity for all of our service crew to get all these repairs done. Looking at all the cannons, though, they are still operational, so we didn't lose any turrets. It looks like all this is just hull damage that these drones are repairing up. And of course, they have to make it interesting. Dreadnought is trying to stop our escape. We're not going to boost up, though. We're going to let these drones do as much work as they possibly can. So they're trying to surround us. A couple of dreadnoughts coming through, one off our nose and one to the rear. Victory should be on its way, although I wouldn't be opposed if it jumped in, but let's attack and then Victory will come up from behind, hopefully. Luckily, they gave us some time to lick our wounds. Our shields were quite hurting after that defense platform, but we've been far enough that I think our shields will hold from these dreadnoughts. We just gotta take care of one, and then we can take care of the other. Heavy turbo lasers on target, that's what I like to see. You didn't see me turning around, did you, sucker?
All right then, you asked.
Oh, I asked for it. Well, sayonara, you asked for it. All right, Victory. Head to that Imperial defense platform. That's going to be our rallying point to get myself repaired back up. But a successful first push, everyone. I will leave it here. We're on our way back to the to Ethor and this defense platform where I'm going to dock up and hand repair this thing to try to save myself, you know, all the money as I can. And then by that time, we might have another victory, or perhaps even enough for another Imperial Star Destroyer to assist us and go in, not just us two, but a team of 3, maybe even 4. So I will see you then. The offensive continues.